Hello everyone, welcome back to a new episode of 10 Tons of Switch. We're taking a look at Crimsonland here, and this is kind of the game that kicked off this whole thing with Crimsonland, or with 10 Tons at least. Yeah, so this is a dual stick shooter, very much like a lot of their other ones. This one came before all the others, Neon Chrome, Judge, Time Recoil, Tesla vs. Lovecraft, all those. So you can definitely see a lot here that influenced the others. Particularly just some of the style and some of the mechanics are the same. Same or generally similar in most of the other games. So yeah, there was an interesting whole thing with this game. It originally launched quite a while ago. I guess about 2003 they put out a version of this. They ended up sort of revamping it a bit. In 2014 released it on PC, and then to all the consoles and all that. And here it is. So there are two main things here. Quests, which is sort of challenges, I guess. I have gone through and beaten all these on normal mode, the normal difficulty, because that unlocks all of the weapons, I think, and perks. There might be a couple more I have not unlocked yet. And they're all just basically, hey, here's a new gun we've unlocked, and here's a level where you can try it out and learn it. So it's a good thing to go through before you really jump into the other stuff, especially since they don't make the other stuff really available until you get, certain way into the quest stuff. So here's all the survival modes that are just essentially arcade challenge. So we have classic survival here. Rush is you just have an assault rifle as aliens are coming after you. Weapon picker, just randomly spawns weapons around the map. So you gotta go pick them up to change out. Nukefism essentially a pacifism mode. You have no weapons, but power-ups, and the nuke power-up especially is littered around the map. And Blitz has everything unlocked. Or no, this is all the stuff that you've unlocked in the quest mode. Essentially playing a version of survival. So let's hop in here on survival. See all this stuff, the leaderboards. They can also filter down to friends and all that. So we're just gonna hop in here and play. So it's dual stick shooter, but you use the right trigger to shoot. All right, we got a gun. And okay, this one's a good gun, the rocket minigun, because it's. Oh, I picked up power up. Yeah, so it just fires a bunch of rockets out, and so it's pretty easy to take out groups of enemies this way. And yeah, there's just lots of power-ups here. It's going to be a little bit chaotic, just because you have not seen this stuff all shown off in the campaign. I don't think they have. Okay, I was gonna say they show you in the campaign, the quest stuff, different, or like a grid of all the stuff that's unlocked, and as well as some information on it. I was thinking that'd be interesting to have that available here. But so every time you level up, you gain experience as you kill enemies. You pick a perk, and so they give you a handful here. There's even a perk for increasing amount of perks. Let's see. This one lets you run faster around as long as you don't stop. This, let's see, makes your bullets fly faster, more speed, more damage. You lose 99% of your health, but you get to pick 3 perks after this. Yeah, every time you do... Let's see, the world slows down about 10%. Yeah. This one's probably the best one to get here. And yeah, so enemies are slow here right now. There's a good variety of enemies, and as you play the quest, you go through a bunch of them. So these are sort of the typical aliens. There are different colors that indicate different things about them. Red guys, I believe, go straight at you. You really don't need it in this mode, but A reloads. Okay, 500, that's experience. Yeah, shield. That's what I have right here. Yeah, that guy's huge, so obviously he takes more damage. And now this is sort of where the game really starts to pick up, as there are just a ton of enemies here. So we reached a new level. What do we have here? 50-50 chance of dying or gaining 66,000 experience points. So there are perks like that that are just, hey, look at the draw. Do you want a potentially awesome reward, or to get screwed and have your session ended? Shooting with an empty clip. Each shot fired this way leads to a severe loss of points. Obviously, this being an arcade mode, you care about your points. Trade 99% of your health for killing of every single creature on the screen. And yes, you get the experience. Which, if you have the regeneration perks, that's actually not bad. But yeah, this increases how much ammo I can do per clip. That one shoots out this like ion thing that takes out a bunch of enemies. And they're just power-ups. So that thing is a spawner, a nest. It'll just keep spawning enemies out of it until you destroy it. Okay, here's the thing that brings perks, or power-ups to you. That's always a good thing to get. So we're going to take that thing down. See, this puts everybody in crystals, makes them a little bit easier to destroy. That lets us run faster, shield. Yeah, this is a little shock thing. Yeah, there's a bunch of spawners right here we should take down. Health is right around my guy. So you can see it's about 85, 90%. Okay, so what do we have here? Yeah, so you have a horrible disease that infects enemies around you, so they lose health, but it eventually wears off. The experience just keeps flowing in faster and faster. This actually lets you see health on enemies, as well as get more out of the med kits. And this gives you a chance of dodging attacks. This one's actually a good one to have, because you can actually see. Yeah, 500 experience points. And yeah, they'll show you what it is as it. That infinite sign is slowdown, as you can see here. I got another one. There's perks that will increase damage when you're in slowdown like that. Freeze, fire, nuke, shield. Yeah, we're doing pretty well. I played this a bunch on PS4. A lot. Let's see. Things happen near you. Strange things. Yeah. Creatures drop dead and accidents happen. There's another. That's that 99% for a couple perks. You reload faster when you're not moving. And you can sacrifice health to keep shooting while. We reload fast enough, we don't need that. I think Jinxed is the best one here for what we got right now. Yes, we're doing pretty good. Another thing you notice is there's blood all over the ground, as well as chunks of their bodies. That arrow increases your fire rate. Yeah, I played a bunch. I had a top 10 score on the crap. That guy has. Yeah, there's some spiders that can shoot. I think beetles as well. Yeah, they're beetles. Alright, doing good. Actually, I should go for the health. There are also spiders that are robot spiders. Let's see what we have here. Yeah, that dodger. Okay, yeah, you have some issue with your blood. Enemy movement speed that hits you slows down, they lose health. There's that long distance. This one's a good one. Just every once in a while, like that happens. You fire off a little thing. If you see any spiders or beetles or aliens or whatever that are red, that are glowing red, they're explosive. That's another thing. I think I mentioned the robotic spiders. Those will split, will divide into two when you kill them. And I think it does it 6 generations. Up to like 64 of them. There's a level in the quest level. That's it right there. I just mentioned it and there it is. There we go. Okay, almost get out of this. Let's get out of this. Shield. There's a campaign level that throws 4 or 5 of those at you. So as you can see, if you don't take it strategically for that sort of thing, you can get into bad shape real bad. Yeah, let's see. We don't have regeneration, so I'm not going to do that. Slow things down. This is actually like the hot-blooded one. This does like 4 shots in sort of northeast southwest of you, or where you're aiming, I think. This one, any enemy that hits you gets damaged. Yeah, you can see that. And so now I'm just getting some extra shots that are just coming out, which is good. 200,000, that's actually pretty good. I don't know how that is on the leaderboards. That would actually be nice to see in this game, but I doubt they're going to go back for that. That is an interesting weapon. It's essentially like an assault rifle shotgun. It's a really interesting gun, but yeah, the rocket launchers are actually pretty cool. That is an ion shotgun. Or is it ion? Plasma shotgun. It essentially does like a spread shot of this plasma. Okay. Nuke. It's not the greatest thing, but okay, there's an army of bugs coming after me. Okay, yeah, we don't want that one. That is poison bullets. You do more damage and take less the longer you stand still. Eagle eyes. This actually is sometimes useful. The perspective goes higher, so you can see more enemies on the screen. Essentially becomes smaller. The poison actually can be... Yeah, so there are different classes of weapons. There's ion stuff, there's plasma. What the heck? Okay. Yeah, we are nearing the end of our run. Yep, there we go. 300,000. Okay. Yeah, so did pretty well for that. Let's see how I done the high scores. 661, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. For first try. First try in probably quite a while. Yeah, especially, you can see, like, this is 400,000, 500,000. Gets me up about halfway. 22 million? That is a lot. So let's go back to the game modes. We'll try some of the other survival stuff. This is Rush. I believe you just have the assault rifle. You can do co-op in all these modes, I believe. As you can see, there's no ammo counter here, so this is just all we have. Yes, we have spiders over here, aliens over here. No power-ups as far as I can see. No perks or anything like that. It's literally just shooting. Which is fine. It's a neat mode. I just prefer the one with the perks because every run is different. Because sometimes you get those, yeah, and you get swarmed at a certain point. 27,000, it's not too bad. How's that on here? 537, not too... There are achievements in this. Let me go all the way back out. Extras. Okay, here's where they explain all the weapons. Okay, I don't have 2 of them. I wonder how I'd have to do that, but yeah, like pistol. This is the base one you generally start with. You know, accuracy and all that. This is a good rocket launcher gun. It shoots out the swarmers, and it does like 6 at a time. So, yeah, so there's Gauss, that's the electric thing. And so as you shoot those bullets, if there are enemies nearby, it'll zap over to them and give them some damage. Ion is more of a high accuracy sort of thing. There's a sniper rifle, Ion sniper rifle, that you get for that. This one's cool. It's a pulse gun. It shoots like sound energy at them. Let's see. Yeah, plasma is sort of that fire, and that sort of division of types of weapons permeates through a lot of their games. And yeah, here's all the perks. You can read what they are, what they all do. So I guess I have a couple more left. Achievements are also in here. Yeah, I got over 250,000 for that one, but there's 500,000 for that. 100,000 arms race. Yep. Let's see. Yeah, let's go back to survival. How are we doing time? Like we're doing good. Weapon picker. So yeah, we start with the gun. Oh, flamethrower. Do not get the one with just the one sort of tank on it. That one does not last very long. Oh, I forgot about this part of the mode. You only have a set amount of ammo for each gun. So sometimes you have to take guns you don't want because that's all you can get. Yeah, this is the Gauss. No, not the Gauss stuff. This is the Ion sniper rifle I was talking about. Get this. Yeah, spiders stop a little bit. Oh, we ran out. You can get power-ups to replenish guns. Get nuke. Okay, here's a standard rocket launcher. Oh, there's that rocket launcher I like. Boom, you're out of ammo. that's that gun. Freeze. Alright. Yeah, so that's all this gun is. Yeah. It's very high accuracy, but you have to definitely be accurate with it. It goes right through enemies, so you can get, you know, lines of enemies. They set up those sort of situations in some of the campaign levels. Yeah, I definitely say the the quest stuff, the campaign, is not nearly as compelling as a lot of the other stuff. There's no story or anything like that, so it kind of isn't a campaign. Let's see, let's go around. Yeah, so as you can see here, I shoot that and it zapped a couple other nearby enemies. That's like a rocket launcher for that same type of weapon. And yeah, so it's a lot of this, like, learning the different items. Yeah, so this shoots Seekers. And so it doesn't have the splash damage of the other stuff. But yeah. Alright. Nukifism. This is one I actually like a lot because it's very different from everything else because you're not shooting. You know, I can hold a gun, but, you know, nothing. So there's all these enemies here. And power-ups are just going to show up. There we go. And so yeah, if there's a knock that I have on this game, it's just that it doesn't look great. You know, that ends up leading people to think it's a terrible game or something like that, but it's just the style of this game. There others have more interesting art styles to it. Definitely look more interesting just from screenshots. You know, which is good, but it's like the one knock I really have on it, because otherwise it plays really well. It has interesting modes and all that. And it's just overall a lot of fun. It's just kind of like the geometry wars of this, of their work. Versus like the others being like Geometry Wars 2 or 3. Or Rogue Legacy or whatever. Yeah, now we got more enemies here. Boom, just took out a bunch. And Blitz is our last one here. Actually, Nukifism, I want to see how I did on that. 336, not too bad. I doubt many people are playing that. Yeah, 14 million. So yeah, this is Survival Blitz. I guess it's a little bit faster. Maybe, maybe not, I don't know. Yeah, so I guess the normal survival has everything unlocked. And this has just what I've unlocked in the campaign, so there's 2 guns and a perk. It's probably not going to be noticeable. Let's see, poisonous projectiles. I guess I picked up a rocket launcher somewhere? I don't remember that. Yeah, those red guys go directly for you. If you see a guy that has a bunch of minions around him, that guy, if you kill the bigger guy, he will, the rest of the minions will go down. And there's more stuff you just learn from playing the quests, the campaign stuff. It sort of shows you a lot of that stuff. A little bit slowly. It's maybe the one knock. So yeah, this thing's glowing, so it explodes when you kill it. If there were more enemies around, it would obviously take them out. Let's see, what do we have here? Jinxed? That seems like a fine enough thing. Yeah, rocket launchers are good to have in this mode. Probably not a huge, shocking thing to say. Let's see, slow down. Yeah, got a bunch of nests showing up. Yeah, so this is one you can do. It kills you, but I assume it explodes everything for like a last bit of points. Obviously, there's no real need for that here. This one lets you keep moving around without the sort of slowdown that you get when you get hit. And this just lets you shoot faster. Yeah, that definitely is coming out a little bit faster. Alright. His health. There we go. You do have to play some of the campaign to unlock the survival stuff. At least some of the extra modes, so your power-ups will just spawn up. This keeps power-ups lasting 50% longer for those that last a set amount of time. So like slow down and all that would. Get some health back. Regeneration would be a nice perk to get at some point. I have 2 levels of regeneration power-ups. There's like it reloads slowly, and regenerates faster. I don't think they give you necessarily a time frame for it, but any sort of regeneration is good. Alright, times 2. Alright. Yes, faster reloading of gun. This reloads fast enough, actually. As you can see up there, the XP is just continually going in. It's still slow, and it's also going to get slower as you level up more. Yeah, so this is a good kind of rocket launcher looking thing. You saw it for about 5 seconds. It sort of pushes enemies around. Okay, here's our regeneration. This is the slow one. And now it's just going nuts. Okay, that's weird. Alright, so now we can see the health of everything. Oh, we dead. We're dead. Alright. High score 229, alright. Yeah, I don't think as many people play this as the other one, so Serentos is the top of that one. Is that one at the top of the survival? Nope. Number 6. They can get to about 14 million, okay, that's still pretty impressive. I wonder if this is a foreign name, foreign text. It seems like they probably support English. Alright, so that is Crimsonland. Obviously I have hardcore here, and I assume this is some other harder thing. I'd probably look it up and see what exactly else there is in there, but yeah, there's a decent amount of content in this, and I think it's a really fun dual stick shooter that's just purely about, you know, high scores versus some of the other stuff that's like, oh, this is like a roguelike where you're trying to get to the end of the whole thing and beat the final boss, or you know, there's story progression, so you're trying to unlock the next levels and get to the ultimate end of those games, which are still cool. But I also enjoy a game that's pretty simple like this, that is just very much replayable over and over again, trying to get the better scores and just get better at the game and hope for better luck of the draw for the perks. So yeah, I highly recommend Crimsonland, and thanks again for tuning in, and we have a few more episodes to go of this, so we'll see what comes up next week. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys again next time.